Welcome, Titan Army. Ads and I are here in ROTHQ. It's a hot day here in New York City, but nonetheless, we're excited to dive into all of the alpha. I'm seeing in chat. Thank you, Heya, for the sticker. Love the creations. I think the only person missing a sticker now is Ads as well. Heya, you need to get on that. We need to get Ads a sticker ASAP.
I don't have too many sayings that I say all the time. You always say welcome, Titan Army.
Yeah. I could see like Alpha Queen, something like that could be cool. Oh, we came with the same.
All right, that's pretty good, Heya. That's nice. I like that.
All right, she gets the effects. Heya, what's up with that?
I like that.
The Lava Titan, the Volker swords, got everything. All right, thank you, Heya. Well, anyways, Titan Army, we are back with another AMA, and this time, of course, it's loaded with exciting updates, and Ads, of course, has a little bit of alpha, as always, for you. Today, we'll dive into some tournament highlights, taking a look at what's happening with the Holders Frenzy this weekend, some expansion in terms of what we're doing in terms of Brazil and updates on that end, as well as some updates in terms of our testing and the patch update, which will be going live, and balance update, which will be going live next week. So we'll kick things off looking at the results from this last weekend's affiliate tournament and highlight some of the Titans that were victorious. And then we'll shift gears to dive into the Holders Frenzy, which is happening tomorrow, and we've got all the details you need to get ready. From there, we'll head back to Brazil, where we've made even more progress with Guaraná since our recent trip. So we have some content planning in motion, we have that brand collab progressing, and we have our full brand rollout as Reign of Titans into Brazil taking shape. And we're really excited to give you guys another update into how this will turn into a reality. And finally, we'll close with a crucial update on the game itself. Our latest testing that happened just this week will bring you guys up to speed on all of those insights, as well as the patch notes, which are going to be released in the balance update next week. So a lot of things are changing, a lot of things are improving, and we'll dive into what it means for the future of our competitive gameplay. Ads, any opening remarks before we dive in?
No, I mean, just see all your questions coming in, so we'll kind of get to them as we go through. But no, a big week that we had here. Some high notes, some low notes, but we'll kind of get into that.
Amazing. So starting with the affiliate tournament, the Titan Conquest, and as always, it was a showdown. So as we like to start with any of our affiliate sections, we first want to say a huge thank you to all of our affiliate hosts, to our mod team, for helping us keep the action coming, even while we've been sorting out our upcoming tournament structure, just dependent on all of these testing sessions. So this weekend's affiliate tournament was actually the second edition of the Titan Conquest series, and this always brings an exciting twist to the arena. So if you're new here, which I don't think many of you are, but nonetheless, if you're unfamiliar with this format, basically players joined up with this tournament with 4 different Titans, each with different elements locked and loaded. But there was actually a catch when we went to battle. So before each match, their opponent actually got to ban one of their 4 elements, which meant you were only left with 3 Titans to play with. So as always, we love our affiliate hosts coming with these exciting new twists to our tournament, and it always adds a whole new level of mind games, like we like to say, and it definitely showed in how our players approached their Titan selections. Now, there was great action across the board, but today we'll just be talking about the overall winners. So your champion was a Discord local. We had TST Crips from the Stomp-on-Ya team. TST tore through the brackets with a powerful team of Titans. This team of Titans was led by a Lava Titan named Lavatuck, a Dawn Titan named Pugio, a Sky Titan named 45GW4, and a Spike Titan named Pluto. TST had a strong run from start to finish, so GG's and congratulations to them for their play. Well played. Right behind them, we had our overall runner-up, and this was another Discord local. We had Shazinix from Team Xboard, whose squad consisted of a Dusk Titan named Cataplasma, a familiar Spike Titan named Piquant, who we've actually seen quite a few times, especially as of late in the final rankings of our Titans, and then another familiar Titan phase with the Sky Titan Gara and a rightly named Sea Titan called Drowning. So love the names here from Shizenix. Very creative, but also a very calculated lineup. And their second place finish was well earned. They kept the pressure going throughout all of the brackets, but was sadly just falling short of TST Crips and Lava Duck. And now moving over to our bracket 1 finalists, we saw second place going to another Discord local, MHR23. So huge shout outs to MHR. They brought a threatening lineup across the board, consisting of 3 Titans, which actually still had the basic Crypto Titans name. So MHR, if you need, a Turk's chisel, you could purchase them in the marketplace. You could hit us up. You really need to rename these Titans. We're quite past Crypto Titans, but nonetheless, congratulations for your play. So the Crypto Titans were a Forest Titan, a Spike Titan, as well as a Sea Element Titan. Their fourth and final Titan was a Lava Titan named Dracarius. Or Dracaris. I don't know how you want me to say that. You wanted to rename, but you were told not to. I don't know who said that. Definitely wasn't us, though. For our bracket runner-up, in bracket 2, the runner-up position went to Blazwich, Belino Ford, and they took second in the bracket, highlighting a Spike Titan named Blackie, a Dawn Titan named Kiribot, a Lava Titan named Velita, and a Sky Titan named Soy Bulma. I love all of these names, especially when we have multiple Titans, obviously competing. It's always great to get a read off all these Titan names. And normally in our affiliate tournaments, we don't have all these exciting names to read through. So I just had to bring all 16 names forward here for you guys. So as always, a big shout out to all of our participants, GGs. Hopefully many of you took home a cash prize. And as always, to our affiliate hosts, as well as our mods for making this tournament possible. We'll talk more about the upcoming tournaments outside of this upcoming Holders Frenzy tournament, which is happening tomorrow, and we'll dive into this more during the testing section, so make sure to stay tuned to hear what upcoming tournaments you can expect coming your way. Just checking if there's any questions. I gotta read up on this MHR being told not to rename their Titan lore. That's interesting. But nonetheless, let's dive into the Holders Frenzy tournament, which will be taking place tomorrow. This is actually the first Holders Frenzy that we've done in quite a while. Volume 6 was actually on June 21st. So Holders Frenzy Volume 7 is here, and we're incredibly excited to bring back this holder-specific tournament format. So this Saturday, July 26th, the arena will open to 64 players in our latest showdown. So we'll have a $3,000 prize pool, back-to-back best-of-3 matches, and of course, only the sharpest strategies will survive and make it to those final rounds. So let's break it down. The format for this week will encompass the standard Holders Frenzy format. So we got 64 players competing for that 3,000 USD prize. Again, all matches will be best of 3, and each player will be entering 2 Titans, which will be capped at level 7. This is another important note. All scroll slots must be filled. Yes, even your level scroll slots. And as always, you must be verified to compete. I don't believe there's anybody new here, but if you guys are new and you're not verified yet, just head over to our tournament verification channel in our Discord. There's a really nice process to getting you guys verified and ready to compete in these tournaments. Now, let me quickly share the graphics for this week so you guys can follow along with me. But starting off here with tomorrow's schedule, we'll only highlight the important times. So round 1 is going to kick off bright and early at 8 a.m. EST. Make sure to set your clocks. You do not want to miss the check-in period, or you will be forced to be disqualified. From there, we will have streaming begin with our block finals, and this is planning to take place around 11:35, and the overall finals will be following shortly after. And basically, our streaming always happens on Twitch or our YouTube, and these links will be posted in the Discord as always. But please keep in mind that streaming also can even begin later or earlier. It's going to depend on kind of just the general overall flow of the tournament. So if there are any changes, make sure to keep an eye on the announcement section, and we'll communicate if there are any, moving forward in terms of time when the stream is actually going to begin, or if we need to move it back because there are some stalls who are playing. Now let's take a look at what our 64 players are battling for, the $3,000 prize pool. You guys can follow with me in chat here. We've posted the images. But if you're in the top 32, which means you only need to win one round, you'll be going home with 25 USD. If you're in the top 16, you're going home with a total of 40 USD. Top 8, 60 USD. Top 4 will be going home with 80 USD. Our block runner-up will earn 100 USD, and our block champion will get a bonus of $120. And as always, if you are a block champion, you will have the ability to battle for even more rewards in our overall playoff, which will crown the champion of our holders home with 300 USD. Don't know if we cut out there. I heard a little sound from Ad's mic, but I think we're back and you guys can hear us all good. I'm not seeing anything in chat, so I'm just going to keep going. So again, our tournament champion could be going home with 300 USD, or will be, going home with 300 USD. And that doesn't even include the bragging rights that you'll get in Discord until the next Holders Frenzy. And as always, Titan Army, whether you're climbing for the crown or you're just, attempting to get some tournament practice in before we resume our Titan tournaments, this is your chance to show what you're owned, or, if you're renting from somebody else, what your Titans are made of. So best of luck to all of our participants, and for everyone else, please tune into the stream. This, again, is beginning around 11:30 a.m. EST, where we will showcase our block finals as well as our overall final. Good luck, everyone. I'll hand it over to Ads to give us an update on Brazil.
All right. So yes, happy Friday, everyone. Thanks so much, Blake, for running through everything and the tournaments. All right. So I'll talk a little bit about Brazil, and then I'll go into just where we sit, with like the testing, some of the balance stuff, and then Farm, that will kind of answer some of your questions when it comes to what we're doing with our official tournaments. Okay. So kicking off with Brazil, right? In addition to everything that we've been doing around testing, Brazil has been, our big focus, right? We've been saying it's our big bet coming into the year. As Farm has highlighted, Guanana, we really want to make it the center of our activations for the second half of the year. So whilst I don't have like visual updates to you like we've been giving the last couple of weeks, there's a lot that's been happening kind of behind the scenes strategically with our partners that we're working with down there. So we've got the stand, right? If you tuned in last week, we did kind of drop a little teaser on the stand, so you kind of know the vibe of what the stand is going to look like. For anyone that didn't see it, maybe we'll just post it again in a minute so you guys can see the stand. We've got some changes that we are going to be making to it, but generally we've kind of all reached a consensus that this is the general direction that we're going to be heading in, and there'll be some small kind of design tweaks that we're going to have. So everything's kind of running smoothly with that. It will be ready by the time we get to the Brazil game show. So as we kind of do those little tweaks, we'll be giving you more kind of updates and more visuals of what the stand is really going to look like. In addition to everything that we've been doing with the stand, we've been focusing very much on what we want to do in terms of the in-game collaboration between us and Guanana. So as we did with Trident, we are going to be having kind of those in-game assets, the weapons, we're going to be having the arena, different scrolls, we're going to be having consumables, and probably we are going to be having a specific Titan for Guanana as well. So we've been kind of in the weeds about how we want to kind of bring this collaboration to life and how it fits into the theme of what we're doing with Guanana. So we have been thinking like what's kind of the theme that we want to use to tie it all together, right? What's Irio-esque and what's like Brazilian too. And we've been kind of centering our visuals around this idea of the Amazon rainforest. So with that, we want to do our best to kind of honor Brazilian culture. by creating a new space inside the world map. So again, similar to what we did with Trident, but we want to have something that's a little bit bigger than what we did with Trident. So something that's a little bit more alive, a little bit more celebratory, and again, something that is very, very Brazilian. So this new space that we are constructing in our world map, we're currently calling the Amazon Arena, is a limited time area that we're going to be having of our map for this collab between Guarana and Reign of Titans. So when you think of it, think of like a tropical, festive kind of idea, a little bit chaotic, aiming to try to capture that kind of party in the jungle, party in the jungle vibe. I wish it were like a real place. I wish it were like a thing that we were going to. Like, yeah. Oh, okay. Now you talk about the sand. Yeah, I wish I was. Sorry, Rose. I wish I were like there in the jungle. But to kind of set the tone, what we're going to be doing in the world map is that we are going to be having kind of a sort of lore-based idea around what we're going to do. So we've just dropped into the chat for you like what we're thinking when it comes to this lore. So it will kind of serve as kind of a backbone of the narrative that we're going to have between these two brands, and the upcoming integrations, building this experience that we want to have in the world of Irio, right? So once you kind of go to the world map and click on the area that we are building, and it's going to be like more. It's going to be more than just the arena. It's going to be like a few different structures that we're going to have in place. Once you click on that area, you start to get this lore, which will tell you a little bit more about it. And then scrolls and weapons. So BVT scrolls and weapons, are they going to stay in game? So we're thinking about it, right? It depends on a couple of things. What it depends on for me is what our 2026 looks like, actually, in terms of like how long we want to keep these things around for. What I can say is that it feels a little bit like there will be a 2026 plan already in place before the end of the year with Guarana. So because of that, it's quite likely that we will keep them in for a much longer period than we have with Trident, right? So this is all underway, everything that we're doing in game. And then we've got some exciting kind of things also happening on the ground in terms of our socials, and then working with our partner as well, Druid in Brazil. So we're actually going to be heading back to Brazil. Both Blake and myself will have Thunder there as well. We'll be working with the team on the ground. I'll answer that in a second. Wait, Guarana will need to be big. I mean, Guarana is big. They're bigger than us. They're huge. Yeah. So they're bringing it on their side. We're just trying to bring it on ours. But we'll be back on the 11th of August, right? So we'll be working with them and Druid, and we are going to be, very importantly, locking in some creative sessions, and we're going to be working with TikTok. I think we've kind of alluded to the fact that we're working quite closely with TikTok in Brazil as well. In fact, we're one of the first games to be working like directly with the TikTok team. So we've got some really nice content and creative that we're planning with them. So we'll get these in place once we go back there the week beginning the 11th. And then, of course, we'll be trying to pull in everything when it comes to the Brazil game show as well. A little bit of alpha that I can tell you when it comes to Brazil. So we posted the label, that we posted like the can design for you all like a couple of weeks ago, and then we deleted it because we were like, don't show anyone because it's not approved. I can tell you that it has been approved. So we are very excited about that. So still don't post it anywhere yet because it's still a little bit low key, but we have been approved for it, and production. This actually is alpha. RT doesn't even know this yet, but production is set to already start for this in September. So we're very, very excited about that. We're working on some mock-ups for the actual can as well. So once we do get those, I think by the time we get to Brazil, we'll be able to actually see the can in real life with the Reign of Titans design. We'll post some of those into the chat as well. So really nice kind of updates in Brazil. We're really excited for it. Again, like Guaraná, like they're in and they're just massive. So it's exciting for us to really be next to them as a partner. Let me answer some of these questions from before I go into kind of some of the stuff around balance. So is ROT still in Argentina? So yes and no, right? So we're still in Argentina because we haven't like pulled anything out of Argentina, if that makes sense. But we're not actively pursuing partnerships in Argentina right now. So you know that we've been working with Pepsi for the last like 2 years. 2 years, 3 years? Two, right? Yeah. This would have been our third for AGS. So we've actually strategically made the decision to not do AGS this year. And we made this decision actually just within the last like couple of weeks. And the reason why we've decided that is because we need to focus. The events are actually at the same time. So AGS and the Brazil Game Show, they overlap again. And we saw that we had this overlap when we worked with Colombia last year, and it was tough to be doing both, and it did split our focus a little bit. And we have so much invested in this Guaraná activation that we are just going to put all of our efforts into the Brazil Game Show. We're putting all of our resources, even just socially, into Brazil. So we are less focused on Argentina, less focused on Colombia, and we are very, very focused on Brazil. So we're not actively pulling anything out, but we're not putting anything new in, right? So anything that we have done still remains, right? Our player base still remains. Obviously, we still have the Discord, etc. But we will not be actively doing any activations for the end of this year in Argentina. Brazil Game Show is the 14th, 15th, 16th, or it's like the middle of October. 11th to the 13th.
I'm double checking.
We'll get those dates for you. If anybody is in Brazil during that time, of course, let us know. We would love to meet you, and love to have you hang out with us at the stand. Yeah. So the new approach is exactly to. So the new approach right now, actually, from like this year, 2025, the approach is to take over Brazil, right? It's not necessarily for the rest of LATAM, really just Brazil right now, because we can't, we're so spread thin right now. So we're going to go deep in there. And we almost look at it as like, Argentina and Colombia were almost like pilots for us going into Brazil. And just to give you a little bit of a heads up, right, when it comes to some of the numbers, right? Brazil today, we haven't even started yet in Brazil, right? We haven't even like spun up our socials. We don't have any activations yet that have started with Guaraná. There's nothing out there. And today Brazil is accounting for like 10% of our player base, right? And this is like way more than Colombia and Argentina, like already. So they're not even close in terms of like market opportunity. It's like, it would disserve us to split our time and resources into the rest of LATAM for the end of this year, because we will just lose numbers in Brazil, right? It's like not even close. Yeah, and I mean it's not to say, Blazwich, it's not to say that we of course like recognize the full kind of potential and market of LATAM, but where we have these focus, the numbers are just like so much more in Brazil right now. So no, yeah, rough split. Yeah, I'd say that we're probably looking at like 50-50, right? Like India, our base is still like, the vast majority of our player base is still in India, but for our efforts and resources, we're looking at about 50-50, yeah, Brazil, India. Like just two massive markets that we can capitalize, like we're going to be really good by the end of the year. And if Brazil gets us anywhere near where we are in India today, we're going to be like good for the end of the year in terms of numbers, which, if you're going to ask me behind a closed door, as I say on the very public TitanTalk, I think we will be very close to our India numbers by the time we get to the end of the year with Brazil. my spidey sense, just based off the numbers that we have today. Yeah, I'd say like it's really a 50-50 split. Again, when we look at the numbers, they're very comparable in terms of the opportunity, extremely comparable. But we've obviously done a lot more in India today than we have done in Brazil. Hope that made sense. India, like by far. But again, when you look at the growth rates, they're comparable. Yeah, India by far, like raw numbers, not close. Yeah. Like most of third-party gaming. Oh, do you mean ours that we're working with when you say that farm, or do you mean like is that a general statement, or if you're asking about ours, yes. Yeah, ours. Yeah. It's in Brazil, right? That's where we focus, right? Druid is in Brazil with us. No, like I mean, well, we're not working with game consultants, but like third-party people that we're working with in terms of LATAM is Brazil. Yeah, I mean, it was just a matter of time, right, for us going into Brazil. But the important thing is going in with a partner and going in with the right partner, and that being Guanana for us is huge, right? And we were waiting for the moment that we could capitalize on that. It would be a lot tougher for us if we didn't have Guanana with us. But it's a mutually beneficial like relationship, right? I mean, Guanana are huge, but for them, it's an opportunity for them to get into gaming, right? I can't like dive like too much into their strategy because I don't represent Guanana, but what I can tell you is like many brands out there, they have a mandate and a real desire to want to get into the gaming space. When you look competitively at the landscape in Brazil, right, you have brands like Fanta. I do love a Fanta, but you have brands like Fanta that are like kind of killing it in gaming at the moment. They're reaching the right audience, they're partnering with the right people, so they want to take over that, right? And there's a huge opportunity for them to do that with us. So it's a very mutually beneficial relationship. The timing is perfect getting into gaming for them. They're primed. Their market share right now is so big. So it's really a very nice relationship. I wonder if we should actually try and do a TitanTalk with Guanana. Actually, we'll try and set that up. That'll be a fun one, so you can hear directly from them and see some of the stuff that they're doing too. All right, so let me talk a little bit about balancing some of these testing updates before I get stabby with you all in the rumble.
Are you feeling stabby?
I'm feeling stabby. I always feel stabby on a Friday. But okay, so like good news and bad news. So let's get into it, right? So starting with the patch. I'm going to talk about the patch first. So we were originally going to release the patch notes this week, but after we've had the results of our latest tests, we're just holding off a little bit longer, because you've got other priorities and things that we need to focus on, right? In terms of our test, we did this test yesterday, Wednesday, 2 days ago? Yeah, Wednesday. And thank you to everybody that did participate. We saw a lot of you in the chat. The performance and kind of feedback uncovered some of the deeper issues that we kind of have. So again, we decided to not rush on the patch and like give that stress. So our resources are going into solving the problems that we do have. But with that being said, I do want to give you all of a preview of what is coming up. But note that some of these could change and we do expect to be releasing this patch early next week. So the elements, I'll talk about the tournament in a minute, right? So we got the elemental changes. Yeah, I'll talk about that in a minute, Aya. So starting with the elemental changes that we do have coming into this next patch, coming directly from like feedback and data from all of you. When it comes to C, we're going to be seeing the sync effect having a major reduction in our mana cost. We might tweak some of the damage multiplier later, but the change that we have already to sync is going to make it far more playable. When it comes to Dusk, you're going to see minor mana and damage adjustments for scrolls that do have those high win rates. This is coming directly from data that we look into on our side. That we track like win rates, how much the scroll is used, etc. When it comes to Dawn, Berserker, you're gonna see that get a significant mana reduction, and you're gonna see some other tweaks to some of our other scrolls to even out some of the performance, the inflated performance, let's say, that we do have with Dawn. For Forest, Rooted Resilience is going to get a buff, making it more viable in competitive decks. Like, Rooted Resilience was like an interesting one to be working on because the data was interesting to see because like people aren't really using it. So it was like this elemental, like these elemental changes in general were quite interesting for us because we had a lot of feedback from people. We had a lot of feedback, and obviously things that were being said in the chat. But then when we go to the data, we didn't have that much to go on because it wasn't being used that much, right? So, it's going to be interesting to see off the back of these changes, like how much people start using these things. When it comes to Lava, you're going to see some mana cost reductions. These are pretty targeted across like a lot of different scrolls to improve the flexibility of Lava. For Poison, you're going to see Hive and other mana reductions on some scrolls, making damage over time decks even more efficient. I do love a Hive, so I'm excited to see that. For Sky, we have done a full rework of Aerial Assault. So it no longer guarantees the first strike, but brings back the return to hand scroll mechanic. We went back and forth on this one quite a bit in terms of like that return to hand, because we took it out from everything, and then is it kind of weird just having it like related to an element? But we're going to see how that works. This change that we have also makes it a lot more open to more agi-based Sky builds as well. For Spike, we do have a major update. So we're going to see Prankster replacing Trapped. And the Joy effect is now going to activate at the end of the next turn instead of instantly. So this was really coming in from feedback for all of you as well, giving your opponent time to try to counter that. A new neutral scroll, Nobody's Fault, is also going to debut Joy as a mechanic as well. So we'll see how it plays outside of the Spike elements. And then on top of these elemental changes, we've standardized some of the behavior that you'll see across neutral scrolls. So when it comes to surge points, we've had like quite a lot of feedback on surge points. People aren't really feeling it at the moment. But surge points are now going to provide increased value, so hopefully people will like it a little bit more than before. Again, answering these kind of concerns that we had around the low utility of that. We have some changes with the buff debuff removal. So we've changed basically the way that we're naming some things to make it a little bit more consistent, a little bit more clear, and be able to average out some of the costs as well that we do have. I'm going to get to Temporal Shift in a minute. I see there is a question about there. But when it comes to the buffs and debuffs, so Restore, it's going to remove debuffs from self, averaging about 40 mana. Dispel is going to remove buffs from your enemies. Detoxify is going to clear damage over time. Refresh is going to remove mana point debuffs. And Dissolve is going to remove healing status effects from enemies. So that should make it a little bit more clear as you're playing the game as to what's happening with your buffs and your debuffs as well. Question about temporal shifts. Thank you, TST Crisps. Crisps, right? I think I ask this every time. Yeah, crisps. So temporal shift. So firstly, we've removed temporal shift from weapons. We had it on, was it Web Shield? We had it on there. So we've removed it from the weapons because it was kind of weird just to have it in one weapon, and we've reduced the number. We've reduced the number of scrolls in general that are using it. We've increased its mana cost across the board, directly kind of addressing some of the concerns that you brought as a community about its synergy that we did have with the purification effect. So that's what we're going to do for the moment with temporal shift. So we will, I mean, we should have these changes going in next week, right? We're kind of all set on these balance changes. It's really just a case of resourcing and where we're trying to prioritize with everything that we're trying to do with our testing as well. So hopefully next week we'll get them in, but we'll keep you updated on all these balance changes as well. But in the meantime, let's take a second to talk about the testing that we did on Wednesday, right? So it was a good and bad test, right? It was good in that we had a large number of people that were crisps. It's crisps, right? Yeah, it's crisps. That's confusing me. We had a large number of people that were on, right? So I think we had close to 500 people that were testing with us this time, maybe even a little bit more. And we were able to have more people playing initially than we did have when we did the test the previous time. So that was good news, right? But the bad news is that we did still break. At some point, if some of you were on it, you will know that we did still encounter some issues. We haven't fully identified the root cause, but we do have one hypothesis that makes sense to us, and we're going into testing now. It's likely that full test will be done on Monday for this hypothesis, but I'll tell you what it is now. But we think actually what it is. I hate saying this because it's like we think this. It's not that, but we think that it could be this. We think it's about what's happening when we do challenges and matchmaking through Discord. So what's happening right now is that we see that Discord's rate limiting system could be creating loops in our code under certain scenarios, right? So we've been kind of saying to you all over the past couple of months that where we see this issue is that it's a loop situation, that we see just a large number of requests coming in at any one time. It doesn't make sense that it keeps on being that high. So we feel like Discord might be the thing that's actually creating that loop. So we have changed our code to take that out, this scenario that's matching it with Discord. So when we do the challenges and then you see on Discord, blah blah, this person is trying to challenge this person. So we're removing those connections from Discord and from the matchmaking code altogether. So for the next test, we'll be bringing in more instances that we'll be able to test with our dev team. And again, hopefully we'll be able to see this on Monday. Yeah, we've still changed a lot of things here when it comes to mobile as well, right? We've actually changed a lot of different things over the last few weeks. And it's a lot better than it was, right? Again, we did the test on Wednesday, and the results were not the same as the first time, right? It did break, but it broke at a different place. So it was good. So but to your point, Haya, it's not to say that there haven't been other problems with mobile that we haven't fixed, because we have, right? And we've seen issues with mobile. To your point, we also see that things changed when mobile came into. So we'll see on Monday. We should get a clearer picture of what's happening and determine what we can do at scale with Reign of Titans. This, of course, is going to impact, as we keep saying, our tournament schedule. We are desperate to resume as well. Yeah, Vinci, you're correct. There are some improvements that need to be made, but everything right now, as you can imagine, is just focused on us trying to do these tests. But with all of that, once we do see, the thing is here, right? Like we can't really do 256 without like we can't have like a solution that's not real. That's not real for like scaling, right? Like where are we at today? Like everyone, right? We're trying to move Reign of Titans outside of the community, right? We're trying to move Reign of Titans outside of like us. You know, we're doing everything that we're doing in Brazil. Our numbers are like picking up like crazy. So we shouldn't be just trying to cater for a 128 base tournament, right? That's not what we're building for. We're building to be able to hold multiple tournaments at one time across the world with hundreds of people in, right? If we don't build for that, we failed, because then we're not going to be able, we can't scale, right? Like that's with every single thing that we do when it comes to Reign of Titans at the moment. If it's not built for scale, there's no point. They do hold value, but they hold value like in a very short moment in time, right? Like, because, you know, again, like we will keep these tournaments going, right? We'll keep the affiliates going. We'll, of course, make sure the value is here for you as the community that are with us 100%, right? And you know that we're committed to doing that. But if we do not fix things for scale, it's over. Because we cannot make all the efforts that we are making in Brazil, all the efforts that we are making with brands, bringing in, you know, hundreds of thousands of people, and then you go, yeah, we can't have a tournament, right? And one day, yeah, I mean, exactly, right, Vinci, right? We can't have, it's not, about doing like a one-day thing. We just need bigger and better. And to that end, when we talk about mobile, also none of this works if it doesn't work on mobile. You know, we're building the game for mobile. At some point, spoiler, at some point, web isn't going to be there because it sucks, right? This is supposed to be a mobile game. So we have to build for mobile. Otherwise, it's also over. Like, we are very, very clear in our intent and our goals. So we will 100% serve you as a community, 100%, right? But understand our sights are on scale. And we won't compromise that or settle for less, right? And I assume that you're all with us on that as well. It's good for you. Because then we get to take over the world. And that's always fun. I mean, there's other solutions, right? Spoiler. There are other solutions when we talk about being able to play from a computer. That's not necessarily the web build that we have today. So there are other options that the dev team already have. Spoiler. That's all I can say. I think Shadow Angel won't let me say more than that. All right, but so okay. So when are we gonna know about player retention, in-game tutorial, and in-game goal to make player? I don't know what that is. What's player tape? Okay, I'm gonna ignore the end of it, but I'm gonna answer the beginning. Player retention, in-game tutorial. Yeah. So in-game tutorial, right? So we actually have most of the tutorial done. What we are actually doing right now with the tutorial is we are editing it because of Surge. So we've obviously like put in the Surge mechanic after the tutorial was started. So, and the tutorial has like voice recordings. It has a lot of different elements in it that we've now had to change because of Surge. So that's what we're working on now. But the tutorial looks really good. Maybe what we'll do is we'll try and, again, Shadow Angel, I'm just kind of throwing you in it. But maybe what we'll do is we'll try and get a little recording so you can start to see the tutorial and see how cool it is. Timeline, I am told, for the tutorial is next month. And the other thing with the tutorial is that we need to make sure we have it in different languages as well. A little bit of a spoiler as well. But it's very important that we have it already in Portuguese, and it's very important that we have it in Hindi. So that's what we're working on. Player retention, Shiznix, like this is the first time user experience. It's kind of hard for us to make some assumptions or make some conclusions until we have the tutorial. Esports roadmap, no changes, right? Like we just are waiting for the tutorial, right? But until we get this thing fixed, it's a null point, right? Because we can't do it. The platform is ongoing here, but there's no news, but there's no bad news. There's no like news yet. It's just still being done in the back. I do actually have some good news actually for you on the platform. So you've been asking me a lot about verification and what we're going to do. Yeah, we need to include search points in the tutorial, and we need to include different languages because of our scaling plan. So I can give you a hint of what we're looking at when it comes to different verifications that will be integrated into the tournament platform, which I hope that you all get excited about. So I'm going to tell you, I'm just trying to see who's in, if I can say this and not get in trouble. Yeah, okay. So if I'll give you a hint. Basically, if you want to know a company that we are probably going to be going with when it comes to our verification and that we've been in talks with, integration, blah, 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 so you can get a sense of what the verification is going to look like, take a look at Verif, VERIFF. That's all I can say, but this is going to be what our verification system is going to be looking like. So that's the official kind of stance and direction that we're going with. So think like face recognition, ID verification, like different tiers, like a full kind of integrated, not janky, not us verification system, which everybody will have to go through. So, but that's the hint I can give you. So that will be integrated into the tournament platform as well. So again, like I said, some good news, some bad news, but still all very progressive for us. We've got another big week next week with the testing that we're going to do on the Monday. We'll keep you all updated on what that means then for when our Titan tournaments are going to return. And then we'll bring more updates on our Brazil strategy, things that we're doing in India as well, come next week's TitanTalk. Tournament calendar, yes, Black, it's going to be delayed because we are doing another test on Monday. And yeah, Phoenix Wolf on Monday, yeah. Yeah, thanks, Black. So this test on Monday, sorry, it's actually just going to be an internal test first. But we'll give you an update on that internal test first. All right, but thank you again to everybody that did participate. Ooh, what is that? What is that that's just being posted? That's a little bit. I didn't even. That is all Shadow Angel. I didn't do anything there. It's a little sneak peek of the tutorial, but I hope what you're all like understanding is that it's going to be a proper like battle that you're going to be playing with the tutorial, and exactly to that point, whilst like teaching people how to play. So it's not just going to be a video; it's interactive tutorial. Thanks, Shadow Angel, for that. Yeah, got you here. Yeah, with some guardrails, i.e. you can only do like one thing.
He is typing quite a bit.
Any chance we can get a faster turn animation? Oh, okay. Okay. You mean? Uh-huh. It's not a bad shout here. I don't disagree with you there. You know, when I do agree. Like when I play, like sometimes I'm kind of like playing, but also having my phone to the side because I'm like looking at other stuff because of the turns. So I get what you mean, but yeah, exactly. I do get what you're saying. I do something else. I put my phone down. So it's a good shout. I do get it. Thank you for that suggestion. I either put it down or I rage exit. All right. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. It was actually a quick one. Well, it wasn't as quick as that. Was pretty quick. Now it's time to get stabby in the Rumble. If you have any more questions, put them into the Titan Games, and we'll answer from there. All right, 11 people. Let's go.
All right, you know the drill. Who is volunteering as a tribute, as a target here? Oh, Shenlong it is.
All right, let's go, Shenlong.
Shenlong it is. That means if you kill myself, Ads, or Shenlong, you'll get a medium loot box. If any of us commit suicide, you will get a... I love the... I feel stabby. If any of us commit suicide, everyone who is playing will get a normal loot box. And if you win the Super Rumble like I am about to do, then you get a medium loot box. Looks like we're doing the Fallout era. After Heia's nuke about 2 weeks ago, the world of Super Rumble has now fallen into Fallout. So let's see how we do. We only got 21 players, 30 of you in the audience. Come on over, come to the Titan Games channel, click that little sword, and play Super Rumble with us. We got Catscone, we got fun GIFs, hyping everybody up, and a lot of loot boxes to give out. That's his typing. 30 seconds, final call for all of you on the Titan stage who have yet to join. Make sure to hop on over to Titan Games, click that little sword, get ready to rumble. We got the Reign of Titans mascot here with us. I think Ads is going to share a picture of him listening into the TitanTalk.
Not so much listening, it's just snoozing on the side over there.
It helps him sleep. It helps him sleep.
Our soothing voices. Nice little pick.
Oh, 26 players. We didn't get 30, so I'm a bit sad, but it's okay. Ooh, MHS killed Julian. Solstice committed suicide, and Sharma, his rival, is dead. RDNM Gaming is fine. Faustino killed Gattuso. We're in round 2. Ads killed OX Collins. The sticker is speaking itself into existence. D Phoenix Wolf killed Shenlong. I killed D-Test Nestor. And then I committed suicide. And Ads killed Phoenix Wolf. Stabby, stab, stab. RC2 Shark committed suicide. Webbed Hero has a Pip-Boy. Shazinix killed Vinci. And Ross drank from the toilet. Oof. Ross, you should do that on stream sometime. That'd be interesting. Faustino committed suicide. Blazwitch has a Pip-Boy as well. RDNA Gaming killed MH Hash. Brutal Ace is fine. BBT is fine. Savannah Sage committed suicide. D-Mini Goddess killed Brutal Ace. And Blackfire is eating some fruit. Ooh, BVT killed Blazwitch. Ad stepped on a bottle cap mine. Oof, RIP. Heya committed suicide. Blackfire is dead. And Shadow Angel was killed by Webbed Hero. 5 players left. Round 17, Mini Goddess committed suicide. Shazinix is out. Webbed Hero is out. 2 players left. I don't even know who it is. Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Oh, BVT! BVT kills RDNA Gaming and takes the first Super Rumble of the day. GG. Oof. Yeah, Ads and I both committed suicide there. We're not letting any of you touch us.
Yeah.
All right, let's spin up our second Super Rumble and final Super Rumble of the day. It's a classic one. I like these ones. I can read these ones easier. 3 Rumble Phoenix. I think we only got time for 2 today. If we can get over 30 reactions, we'll play a third one. Right now we're at 21. I'll help you out here. We'll tag games. Right now we're at 22. 21, 24, 25, 26, 28, 29, 28, 29, 27, 26. Oh, we're past 30. Aw.
Everyone got their alt accounts?
Yeah,
Okay.
who's logged into their... We're going to review this data now and potentially ban some of you. Phoenix Wolf sending 2 GIFs at once. I don't even know how he did that. 1 more minute. We have 35 people in this Rumble, even more than we do in Titan Stage. We love to see that. $37 now. All right, definitely some of you logged into your alt accounts here. 38. All right, who wants the bounty? We have 30 seconds. Somebody say me. Somebody say me. Quick, quick, quick. Oh, Shenlong beat everyone for the second time in a row. All right, if you kill myself, Ads, or Shenlong, you'll get a medium loot box. If any of us commit suicide, everyone who is playing will get a normal loot box. Ads and I did that last round. That's 2 normal loot boxes to you guys. And whoever wins the Super Rumble, if you're feeling winning like BVT, you'll get a medium loot box.
Yeah, we came through for you all.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Last one, yeah.
Oh, Phoenix Wolf is coming for Ads.
Just try it. I'm waiting. I'm here.
Oh. It's a new rivalry. Oh, Savannah Stage killed Deuce. BVT killed Mary's. D-Mini Goddess has a dagger. Kyle Uncle killed Gattuso. Queen killed Aunt Sharma. And Mehesh died of laughter. D-Phoenix Wolf killed Killer Besto. Mary Z is back. Faustino, the one and only, killed Shenlong. That's a medium loot box. Oh my gosh. Louisiana killed Carol. We're already into round 3. Ooh. Sarah died. I don't know. Ads committed suicide. No. Kyle Uncle killed Ox Collins. And D-Mini Goddess killed RG Bureau. Amr committed suicide. Louisiana committed suicide. Joy Dip. Sounds like an alt account. Killed Ross. And D-Mini Goddess fell down a cliff. Oh, we got some revives. 2 daggers. Wysani killed Joy Dip. And Louisana is back alive. Round 6, Julian killed Tushar. Solstice killed Dew. BVT killed Queen. D-Test Netter has a dagger, and Webbed Hero killed Blackfire. Round 7, Webbed Hero killed Savannah Sage. Julian is fine. Louisana killed Studon for the win, and Blazwitch also has a dagger. There are a lot of cats going. Webbed Hero killed Brutal Ace. Pervange killed D-Phoenix Wolf. Kala Uncle also has a dagger, and Blazwitch killed Pervange 90. Ooh. Round 9, Louisana killed Mary with a rock. Gal Uncle committed suicide. Solstice killed me, whatever. And 2 new daggers given to Louisana and Wysani. Round 10, and it's still going. Please make it stop because I'm not in it anymore. Wysani killed Julian. D-Destinator killed Faustino. Louisana killed Webbed Hero, and BVT has a dagger. Louisana left their sole their supplies behind. Solstice killed Light, and D-Test Netter committed suicide, and we're down to our final 5 players here. Ooh, Luisana killed BVT, and Solstice committed suicide, and there were 3. Wysani is here. Luisana is here. Who is the third? Cats. Oh, Wysani committed suicide. Luisana killed Blazwitch, and Luisana is our champion. GG's. That was a super long Super Rumble. Woof.
GG's.
All right.
Well, thank you so. Oh, we're having another one, right?
Yeah, I did say it. I did say if we reached. I didn't think we would reach 30, and then we did reach 30. So.
All right.
Quick third Super Rumble for our villain era here. It literally is the villain era. I'm not just saying that. If we reach 40, nothing will happen because we have other work to do.
Phoenix Wolf, I'm coming for you.
Ooh.
Coming for you. If
let's put a bounty on Phoenix Wolf.
Yeah, I was going to say, whoever gets Phoenix Wolf, if it's not me, they get a medium loot box.
All right. So we'll do a special bounty on Phoenix Wolf.
Yep.
And then we'll have Ross be our normal bounty. Because I don't think he's ever had the bounty. And he wants it.
Yeah.
He wants it. So bounty on Ross, if you kill myself, if you kill Ads, or you kill Ross, you'll get a medium loot box. Also, if you kill Phoenix Wolf, you'll get a medium loot box. If Ads, myself, or Ross commit suicide, everyone who is playing will get a normal loot box. And if you win the Super Rumble, I like Dwight here. Dwight's looking good.
I like this. If I kill Phoenix, they all get something. Maybe not a mega.
Yeah, maybe not a mega. Well, we can do a normal or.
Yeah, we could do a normal. Yeah. All right, we'll do that too.
All right, so it's pretty much like a 1v1 within this Super Rumble for bonus points. And then also anybody who kills Phoenix Wolf.
Yeah. Basically, Phoenix, once you're out, you're going to be giving people the goods.
Everybody's gunning for Phoenix now.
It's what happens. You challenged it.
Oh. Seems like a dramatic 1v1 there, Maddie. A little OP. The guy doesn't even have a weapon to defend himself. Batak is here with the duck gifs. Welcome. 15 seconds. Oh, did I join? I did join. See, you guys can get your alt accounts in this one. We only got 33 instead of 39. You guys know we're tracking that, right? What if Heya kills Phoenix and I kill Heya? That sounds like complicated. I'm not even going to get into that. That's on you, Oaks Collins, if you want to do some side wagers. That's not an official bounty. The villain era has begun, as Ross is saying. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of words. Blackfire has spray paint, but he committed suicide. Joydip killed Tushar. Oh my gosh. Faustino killed Julian. Okay, D-Test Netter is fine. Sarah, dead. Ann Sharma, dead. Savannah Sage killed Gattuso. Oh my gosh, it won't stop. Dew is fine. Ross is dead. Sorry, Ross. Faustino killed Deuce. Oh my gosh. In round 3, Shenlong is fine. JT Brinker's dead. Mehesh dead. Oh, no, Mehesh fine. And Amr dead. D-Test Netter is dead. Carol is fine. Shenlong took a nap. BVT had lunch, and Deuce is back to life. Golsi Nero committed suicide. Luisana committed suicide. I spent hours in the gym. Cool. OX Collins is a Joker card, and then I killed Savannah Sage after my workout. No big deal. BVT killed Phoenix Wolf. Woo! Joy Dip killed Dew. OX Collins committed suicide. We're back. OX Collins is back in the game. RG Bureau. Fine. Shenlong committed suicide, and RG Bureau then killed Deuce. Round 8. Joy Dip died. Blazwitch killed Joe Mama. I killed Blazwitch. You're welcome, Joe Mama. And BVT then killed Guyville. RG Bureau then killed Abhishek. BVT is on a tear. Oh, I died. Carol committed suicide. Mehesh killed BVT. BVT and I were just nerfed there. We were too strong.
Am I dead? I don't understand what's happening.
I think Ads is a sleeper agent in this one.
I don't get what's going on.
Faustino committed suicide. Mehesh has the Joker card. And Guy Phil is back alive. How do I get in this?
Did someone kill me? Did I not join? What is happening?
Oh no. Oh no. Mayish killed OX Collins. Shadow Angel killed Guy Phil. And there is Shadow Angel in the top 3.
I'm gonna just revive anyways.
Ads is there! She was just having nightmares. And then Mahesh killed Shadow Angel. Ads, you could have pulled through. You could have been a sleeper.
Yeah. I didn't. That was the first time my name was mentioned in the last
Literally. Well, GG's.
Yeah, GG's.
I saw someone kill Phoenix Wolf. We'll go back and check who it is, but Phoenix Wolf was killed.
Yeah, thank you to whoever did that.
Well, GG's, everyone. Thanks as always for tuning into another Titan Talk.
Yes, good luck to everybody tomorrow in the arena, and we'll be back at it next week with more updates, more alpha. But as usual, thank you all so much, and have a wonderful weekend.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Bye.